again, everyone. Todd Staruch, the Horror Nerd, here at New Jersey HorrorCon and Film Festival at the Showboat in Atlantic City, New Jersey. I'm standing here with one of our awesome vendors, Chris Rowan of Buffalo Bill's House. Chris, how are you?
Hey, Todd. Thanks for having me on your show. Appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So, for the fans out there who may be not familiar with you guys, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've got going on here?
Sure. My name is Chris Rowan. I'm an art director and prop stylist in the film industry. That's how I make a living, and I've recently purchased Buffalo Bill's House of famous Silence of the Lambs iconic fame. The home was utilized back in 1990. They shot for a period of 2 months, filming with Jodie Foster and Ted Levine. Basically, the last 20 minutes of the movie was shot in and around this property. And I read an article back in October 2020 that it was for sale, and I had this idea about opening up my own horror-themed destination, and I jumped on it, and a year later, we're finally open for business. So,
wow, that is very cool.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
That's awesome. So, perhaps tell us a little bit more about your motivation behind wanting to make this purchase.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm a big filming location buff myself. I've loved this for a long, long time. I've gone to all sorts of filming locations, you know, Camp Crystal Lake in New Jersey. Of course, you know, Southern California has, you know, the Myers house and Freddy's house and all that, the Amityville Horror House in Long Island. And I was like, well, no one's ever done this with, you know, such an iconic film like Silence of the Lambs, so why not, you know, let me be the guy to do it? You know, with my background in doing set design for a living, I had this vision about opening up an iconic home that people could then stay in and have their own experiences while seeing a location that was so prominent in such a major film, and it's never been open to the public. So, you know, as of now, you can officially book your stay, you know, at Buffalo Bill's House and live out all your Silence of the Lambs fantasies. So
yeah, no thanks.
Yeah, you know, yeah, we got Buff Bill right here. You know, he likes his nipples rubbed. You know, he's into some freaky stuff, but it's a real good time because it's a beautiful Victorian home built in 1910. We could sleep up to 8 people at once. There's 4 bedrooms in the home, and they shot extensively through it. So in addition to all the major filming locations, I have rebuilt the Workshop of Horrors set in the basement as a permanent photo set opportunity.
Oh wow, that's very cool.
Yeah, we have the Singer sewing machine, the disco ball that's operational, all the mannequins dressed up 80s style, and we even have Goodbye Horses, the famous song that Buffalo Bill dances to, on autoplay. So you go downstairs, put on the kimono, get your tuck on, you know. Yeah, you could be a freak at Buffalo Bill's house. It's totally okay.
That is very, very cool. I mean, that sounds awesome. How does, I know precisely nothing about filming location and how it works, you know, and when they come up for sale.
Yep.
How does something like that even come onto the market for you to even purchase it?
Well, it was privately owned. It's been privately owned its whole history, you know, over the course of time. The man that owned it was retiring and just moving on with his life. I happened to read about it on a horror website. You know, I had this light bulb moment where I was like, I think I want to go see this place, and I drove out to Pittsburgh. It's in a suburb of Pittsburgh, about 30 miles away, and I saw it, and 2 days later, I got my paperwork in order and said, I'm going to do this. And, you know, I put a bid in. It, you know, luckily all worked out, and been about the last 11 months renovating it, getting it ready, and getting it up to speed for how I envisioned my concept to flesh out. And now I'm ready to finally open the doors. We actually have our very first guest staying there at the house this weekend.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a couple from Tennessee came up, and they're staying there right now. And I'm super pumped because it's such an iconic film, and now it gets to be shared with the you know, the horror community. It's something I've been a part of my whole life, and I'm happy to be the guy to bring it to the world, and so they can also have their own experiences there.
That is very cool.
Thank you, man.
And a fascinating story. So, look, I love the film, too.
Yep.
It is a truly iconic film.
Absolutely.
But for you to take on such a project,
right,
seems like you have some kind of special connection to the film. Is there some reason?
You know, I mean, I saw it when I was very young, probably a little too young, you know, but, you know, the combination of Hannibal and Clarice and Buffalo Bill, you know, I grew up in the 80s, you know, all the slashers. I love that stuff. That's kind of cut my teeth in the horror genre. But, you know, as I expanded into other, you know, aspects of horror and stuff and came upon Silence, I mean, it's just a haunting film. I mean, it's so well done. It's one of my personal favorites. I think these characters are still iconic 30 years later. Sure. I mean, the movie just celebrated its 30th anniversary this year. I mean, it's still pop culture. It's still a pop culture sensation. These people still give lines to this movie all the time. I mean, me being one of them.
You and me both.
You know, so I mean, it has stood the test of time to the point where I feel like, you know, now that this opportunity presented itself, itself that it's the perfect time to, share Buffalo Bill's house, let people walk through and have their own experiences and see it in their own way. When you rent Buffalo Bill's house, you're not renting a room, you get to rent the entire house. So everybody gets a completely private experience when they stay there. Whether you're a party of 2 or up to 8, we can sleep 8 at our max occupancy. Everyone gets a private stay. So there's not one filming location anywhere in this country where we're offering this level of intimacy and this level of privacy to explore it at your own pace, which I think makes it really, really unique.
That sounds awesome.
Thank you, man.
How do people go about booking the house and visiting it?
Yeah, so it's we have our website, which is buffalobillshouse.com. Our booking platform is right on the page. You could book your stay right now. We are live for bookings. We're also on social media on Instagram and Facebook at Buffalo Bill's House. Twitter and TikTok is Buff Bill's House. And we're also hitting the whole con circuit. I'm at a different show every weekend all across the Northeast getting the word out. So, today NJHorrorCon, next weekend Horror Hound in Cincinnati, after that Connecticut Horror Fest, and then Monster Mania in Maryland. So I'm doing my best to get the word out, let people know that, hey, if you're into horror tourism and seeing a real cool filming location in a new format that's never been done, well, now you can do it. Just check out buffalobillshouse.com for all the information.
That is great. Chris, thank you so much for a few minutes of your time.
Thank you for having me on your show, man.
Thanks,
I appreciate
and letting
it.
us know about this. That is very cool.
Yeah, guys, check out buffalobillshouse.com. He'll be waiting for you in the basement, and he'll look forward to greeting you with some lotion. It's certainly complimentary with every stay.
That sounds great.
It rubs the lotion on its skin, or else it gets the hose again.
Okay, on that note.
Thank you.
Chris from Buffalo Bill's House, everyone. I am Todd Staruch, the Horror Nerd, signing off from New Jersey HorrorCon and Film Festival here in Atlantic City, New Jersey. We will see all of you in the next interview.